So I just wanted to post a quick review of this Pentel EnerGel Philography Gel Pen. And this is basically the premier or high-end or executive version of the standard Pentel EnerGel series. More specifically, it's a higher-end version of the Pentel EnerGel needle tip variety, sometimes known, at least on jet pens, as the Euro needle point variety. And basically that's your standard $2.50 EnerGel pen with a needle tip there. And it writes the same, it just has that different tip, and it's available in some smaller sizes, like 0.35 millimeter. In this case, it's actually a 0.7 millimeter. So it's pretty much a standard Pentel, just with the 0.7 millimeter ball. Like I said, I tend to prefer the Pilot G2, so I think this pen is fine, but I wouldn't really recommend it. The Pentel EnerGel Philography is the executive version, which means it has a all metal body, metal clip, kind of a higher end style from the lower end versions, with some cool sort of waves or chevrons or something up there. It has a metallicized finish, sort of a metallic paint. Maybe it's slightly glossy and also metallic. It feels nice, has a little bit of grip to it. It's not grippy, and again, all metal. And this pen, instead of being a clicker, it has a twist action. So that's actually really nice. It's completely silent twist. It has a cool feature, which is basically that it's self-returning or self-writing. That's like writing as in correcting, not actual writing. Basically, you could see it here. If I were to turn this pen halfway, it will turn itself back. Here's a full turn, it'll go out and catch, and now even if I apply a lot of pressure, that'll be totally fine. And if I disengage it just a little bit, say halfway, it will return itself back to the closed position. That way you can never put the pen out halfway and start writing and have it return. You know, like basically the slight pressure will push it back. That would never happen because it would just turn itself back, which is really cool. Even from 3/4 closed, it will return itself back. It's only when you fully turn it and feel it engage, now it's locked into place. So that's very cool, and it's not a nice action. Might be something fun to fidget with. It's also completely silent, so it has a sort of a classiness to it. The pen has a nice weight to it. It's kind of this end is a little bit heavy for my taste. I kind of like it when the pens are evenly distributed. I feel like this one is top heavy, which kind of bothers me a little bit. Not enough that I would return it or find it to be a complete turnoff, but it definitely is a top heavy. And if you're a pen spinner, I don't think this pen is ideal because it's, again, heavy on this side, but also does not have a lot of grip or any particular contour on the grip area to hold on to. To replace the cartridge, instead of turning it to lock the cartridge out, you turn it the other way, and you could see that this just turns, and now you have top piece. There's no spring or anything like that in there. Standard cartridge, and then the bottom piece, and it's a nice shiny metal. It says 7A there. I'm not quite sure what that is. And then that's really all there is to it. These pieces, they don't release or click or return, or there's nothing to it. The mechanism is inside, I would guess inside the top, but it's a little bit hard to tell because this doesn't turn or push or anything like that. And then you could replace this cartridge. I haven't gotten to exactly what the fit is, but you don't need to use the needle tip, right? This little end piece is here, but if you look at the opening in the pen, it's a standard tip. So you just have to use this diameter right here, not the needle point variety, a needle point diameter. So it's worth keeping in mind that most normal gel inks will fit in here. In this case, you have, let's see if I can get it to focus. It is a Pilot 0.5 millimeter, but you could put in a 0.7 or a 0.35. depending on what your preference is. So yeah, that is the Pentel EnerGel Philography Gel Pen. I really like the twist action. I think it's a nice change of pace. Almost all my pens, either the cheaper ones and the executive pens, are click. So I think this one has a nice classiness to it. As for the pricing, I do think it's overpriced at $23. I would definitely recommend some of the competitors to it in the same price category. For instance, this is the Jetstream, the Pro, I think it's called. I forgot the name. So if you like a gel grip, this is the high-end full metal Jetstream. I think this one's about $16. It's a little bit better balanced, and I think the gel tends to look junky, but I believe it's a better pen overall. And really, I think the best deal in this category is this right here. This is the Zebra Sarasa Grande. This one's full metal, has a great click action to it, and it's just a really nice pen. I don't like the clip on this one. This thing is way oversized and goofy, but overall it's a really great pen. I think it's around $15, maybe $14, maybe $16, something like that. The philography is really cool, and I think Pentel makes some nice ink, but it's, I would say, like maybe 25–30% more expensive than I would expect it to be. So you're paying a lot for that twist action and that really classy paint job. This is like definitely an executive looking pen, where some of these other ones in the class are like, you know, executive-ish, but they sort of like are a little bit garish or a little bit cheap looking or something. Whereas this pen is like, it really does have that classy look to it, at least in my estimation. It could even look like a really thin fountain pen, but just my personal preference. So solid pen, a little bit pricey for my taste. But yeah, that's the Pentel EnerGel Philography Gel. Thanks for watching.